was me. I did that.
That video just popped up a couple days ago. It turned X amount of years old. I can't remember the amount of years.
5?
5, I think.
6.
Possibly.
5. It was 5.
What, the intro video?
That's when we still had the original Golden Girls, so yeah, that was 5.
Well, no, the video of you driving my car.
Hey, was that?
Yeah, that was the original.
Was that post-COVID or after COVID?
After
That was post-COVID. Yeah, post-COVID.
But no, that was so we're on.
Yeah, that was
22.
22. That was 22. So yeah, it'd be 5 years.
Yeah.
I tried to get him to drive my car, and he wouldn't. He says too ignorant.
Too embarrassing. I would be embarrassed. I would be embarrassed to make that much noise.
It's ignorant.
It is so loud.
You
The
did
core.
extra stuff.
I put I put down pipes on it, which
I'm standing.
They-
The same height. I'm literally the same height.
It made it a lot louder, and now it just
I'm literally gonna
crackles.
watch.
Yeah, so the down pipes made the catalytic converters a lot more narrow, if you know what I mean.
Right.
Yeah, so it made a pretty significant
I
difference.
literally did not change height. So.
I'm going
You want
to.
this chair? I'll take that one.
No, I am totally fine.
Okay.
I am same exact height as everybody else right now.
I'm gonna get. I've decided I want to get like they call them Valvetronic mufflers.
Okay.
So like it has a muffler portion or a straight through portion
Right.
with like an electric dump basically. Sure. I found some like knockoff versions on Amazon for kind of cheap. And I'm gonna put that on there just because it's too loud.
Are there finally some knockoff ones?
Yeah. They're like
Because-
$100. They're like $100 a piece on Amazon.
Okay, so when those originally came out, there was only the one company that was making them,
Valvetronic,
and they were $650 a piece.
And I was gonna say there, like I went and looked. For me, it was $450 a piece plus the shipping, which the shipping was like $170 or something.
Yeah.
You can prime them for $100 a piece with free shipping.
Heck
And there's knockoff or whatever, but still, like it'll just make it quieter. And then when I want it to be loud and ignorant, I can just push a button and it can be loud and ignorant.
Right.
Because it's
And right now it is it's so ignorant.
if you have the windows up in the car and you
And
give
the
it
radio on full blast.
you
and the AC
give
on
it
full blast.
you give it
With earphones on.
more than like more than 2% throttle, you can't hear the person next to you.
Nice.
Huh?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
It's,
Yeah, it has this
What?
it has this really high pitched resonance that I could just hear echoing off of everybody's houses back there.
Nice.
And then when he put it in manual mode and dropped it down like 3 years, it was just like I was like, oh my god, yeah, I'm glad I'm not driving this. I'd be so embarrassed.
No, we went.
That's what I told him. I was like,
Sorry.
I'm like, I live kind of out in the woods. Like everybody's kind of spaced far apart where I'm at, and if I drove that thing through my neighborhood, I would want to go by my neighbor's house next. And I'm like, hey, sorry about that.
Well, and I
Sorry.
showed him if you accelerate by letting it just idle, it might take a while to get to the speed limit, but it's quiet.
Yeah, and idle, just going down the road, idling through the gears, it was perfectly fine. Anything
Nice.
more than that, not so much.
Right.
You can no longer say anything about the Cali.
No, he has eclipsed that.
Because at least the Cali, even in normal driving, it is at least quiet.
Ish.
They were relatively easy to put on though. They looked like they were going to be rough, but
Yeah, because they tube.
well, no. The thing is, where they mount up, like you have to. I didn't realize that there's actually a purposeful flap in the fender liner. You have to open this flap, and that's where you have to go through to get 2 bolts on it from the front side, because that's where like they're on the front.
So it's tube flap?
Tube flap on each side. I have to lift the tube flap and insert
So that's what the kids are calling it these days.
Tube flap.
tube flap, and then got my retune, and yeah. Woohoo.
Ignorant. I'm gonna go get a beer.
It's ignorant.
Dodge Charger Super B.
I actually saw, not the Super B, but I actually saw 2 of the new Chargers on the road today. Both of them 6-packs.
You seen the advertisements for the Super B?
No, but I've heard it's awful.
So I'm to understand the regular Charger is still 4-door. Super B is 2-door.
Correct.
Well, the Chargers are 4-door and 2-door.
but
Only the Super B comes in 2-door, right?
no, you can get them 2-door now. The Super B is going to be 2-door only though, but you can get like a Charger and a 2-door now.
It's always been.
Yeah.
The Super B is 4-door also.
Oh, they do. Okay.
They offer one.
But with the Super B, you get 600 horsepower,
Pass it around.
and
Those primes. I miscalculated. Let me get it one more. Hold on.
So you get 600 horsepower with the Super B.
Right.
Factory line lock and
Right.
also switchable rear wheel drive.
We were watching Roadkill Nights
Mm-hmm.
on YouTube,
Yeah.
and they did the shootout with them.
Yeah, that was
So-
pretty. And I like that you can like sit there and you just put it in park real quick and you press a button and it goes from all-wheel drive to rear-wheel drive. I'm like, that's
Nice.
pretty cool.
Yeah.
And 600 horse ponies now. That's a kicker.
Have you seen Rob Dom's videos with his?
Yeah, I've been following that pretty closely actually.
Just watching him like hack into the wire harness and hack into the car to make that piece of shit work.
Yeah. Like.
He took a perfectly good running car. It's good destined to be crushed anyway.
Uh-huh.
And he's now got single turbo. I think I haven't watched today's. Congrats on 8 years. Howdy.
Thank you, sir.
How's it going,
Thank
Mike?
you.
But yeah, now he's got a big single turbo on. I think he's throwing nitrous on it next.
Well, I'm curious because I'm gonna get some hands-on feeling of that drivetrain at least because my mom and my dad's buying my mom a new Ram with a Hurricane on it, and I'm curious.
I mean, there's Torque and Tungsten Channel. And they got their truck going pretty damn quick with that engine 8 HP, but now they've got it on standalone and doing all kinds of other stuff.
When I was talking to a bunch of people too, and they said even like for like if you're using it for heavy towing and stuff, don't get the Hemi, get the Hurricane motor. So that's what they're gonna
They
do.
say the same thing about the Ford EcoBoost, and I don't know. I still want the Coyote if I'm gonna tow.
Yeah, that's fair. Oh, Billy.
Yeah, this is a first magnitude that we have not had yet.
I am intrigued. Let me give some camera love to this because the artwork is great.
Yeah,
See if
there's
this will
no
work.
reading on this. So it is First Magnitude Brewing Company up in Gainesville, and this is their Party Barge Pilsner.
And I like that the party barge is a flamingo with raccoons riding on it.
I feel like the focus is off. Give me a second.
Also, the Gordon Murray S1.
What a pretty, beautiful looking little car that thing is.
I cannot wait to hear. I understand they've used this drivetrain before, but he said that there was some different workings when it came to the exhaust. So it's like a McLaren F1, but like modern.
So on my way here, coming up with a stagecoach,
Mm-hmm.
there's a red, I think it's an F-150. I don't know if it's an older Lightning,
Mm-hmm.
but it's caught out of the corner of my eye. It looks like one. But
Square or round?
square.
Square. It's the first gen.
Yeah.
93.
Yeah, it was a fleet side. It wasn't a step side.
I guess that's gonna have to
yeah.
go.
Yeah, that'll help.
But yeah, so they're saying that it's gonna have a what size? It was a small motor, I think. It was like a 4.4 liter V12, naturally aspirated, 650 horsepower, and it revs to 13,000 RPM.
I don't think I can get it any better than that.
Is the can empty?
Yep.
Wow.
Well, anyway, I'm excited for this.
My eyes are going even worse.
What?
Yep. Focus is just a bit off, but not horrible.
It's okay. It's an
Hi,
aesthetic.
other Mike.
Right.
It's an aesthetic. Gentlemen, cheers to 8 years.
Congratulations,
Slasher.
guys.
Thank you.
We've been doing this longer than I've been married.
Ow. I like
I'm
that.
happy with that choice.
Weird. Hold on. It says Party Barge Pilsner, but there it says lager.
Dun dun
And
dun.
it tastes more like a lager than a Pilsner.
Definitely
It's
tastes
got a
like
little bit of
lager.
it's got a little bit of Pilsner taste going on.
You know what
Little
it
bit.
tastes like? It's like beer.
It's beer.
You don't say.
Yeah.
It's just high quality.
He's on to something.
Yeah, this is good beer for the weather.
Yeah.
Which I mean, I kind of thankfully we're not in the heat wave that we were last time, and we're not getting a monsoon like
Right.
the other time. But although I have to say the air conditioning room did kind of spoil us a little bit.
Trust me, I thought about it, but it was effective. I don't think we could fit 5 of us in there.
Yeah.
I saw a turbocharged.
The only other thing would be setting it up in my bedroom and all of us on my bed sitting around like, how you doing?
Welcome to Pints and Pistons Bed Talk.
I saw
The
a.
Pillow Talk edition.
Right.
After hours.
Yeah. I figured this. No, that one does it.
Okay.
That's why I gave it to you. Yeah.
I saw a turbocharged motorcycle.
Was it one of those 80s ones?
No,
Oh.
it was like a modern Harley. It was coming off of Pleasant Grove, going on to 44.
I saw one like that roll through Wendy.
It was
the
orange.
Thing, yeah,
Yeah.
Fish River 2 weeks ago. Maybe.
Like normally I'm not like I don't really care about bikes, but I heard it and I was like, and then I saw the snail hanging off. I was like, ah! And then the guy looked and he went like that. And he kept riding. Because I literally had my windows down and I was like, ah! I see that a little turbo hanging off there. And
Well, yeah, they got to do something to those motors to make them do more than just make noise.
yeah, they have to actually make power.
Well, they do that to make it quieter, you know.
That's what recently I learned about the Triumph Rocket 3 GT.
Uh-huh.
I didn't realize it's a big engine crammed on a motorcycle. It's a 2.5 liter, 3-cylinder on a bike. It makes like 180 horsepower,
That's crazy.
and the motor it's huge, and it sounds really good because.
So I saw what was either a Suzuki Samurai hatch without fender flares, or it was a Jimny. I didn't see which side of the car the driver was on.
Was it whacked?
It was kind of silverish. Yeah, whitish, silverish, maybe. I don't know. Got up into Gainesville and had an old Denside Ford pull up behind me at the light.
Nice.
Well, didn't see anything else up there. A couple of Mustangs, which there wasn't anything to write home about. And then an Action Line 67 to 72 C10 stepside.
Nice.
Very nice.
It was a really nice 68 Mustang, cherry red, pulling out of Burger Station when we were on our way here.
That was probably chick.
Probably.
I
It was
sent
chuffing a little smoke though.
I sent pictures to Mike and Dan, but a couple days ago up at work, a guy came in with a 2010 HHR,
That was
and he actually he put
It was a shitbox, but it wasn't.
It doesn't look the best, but it had a turbo, intercooler, and he did a bunch of pipe work to fit this all in there.
and it looks good on top of that.
And
but,
he actually extended the front front hood out like 2 inches
yeah,
to get everything to.
but it still kind of looks OEM.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Like you wouldn't think.
No,
Seeing going past you, and
you're just like
40, 50 miles an hour, you're like, oh,
whatever.
it's just an HHR
Okay.
with a set of wheels on it.
And then when he gets
Alright.
next to you, and then he goes, and you're like, well,
Oh, yeah.
well,
It is funky looking. It is funky
Oh,
looking.
that was pretty cool.
That
He
was
said
pretty
it, I
cool.
was like, ew, oh.
Yeah, you have the C5 Corvette wheels on it. Now, okay, so I have a guy that comes into Napa, and
One of our geckos.
yes,
Hello.
and apparently, I always thought if you run faster than 10 seconds or under 1099 and faster, you're required to have a cage in your car.
Unless your car is 2008 or newer.
Why?
Because of all the safety stuff. As long as the car is not modified. If your car is stock and can run a mid-9, you're good.
So there's a guy that comes in, his kid's got a C5, C6, and it runs low 10s, and they never said anything about him not having a cage in the car.
Where was he running at?
Left foot.
Oh.
Yeah, yeah,
There's no tag at left foot.
Yeah.
No?
There's no
Well,
tag
I
at
mean,
left foot.
there's tech, but it's not a NHRA certified track.
They look around your car and go, well, all 4 wheels are bolted on.
Nothing looks like it'll fall off. You're good.
You should be fine.
Yeah, it's not NHRA. Like
Wow.
Gainesville is.
Well, yes, yeah.
But yeah, I think NRH rules. I think you can go.
Sorry, I gotta let the beast out. He's gotta go potty.
That's fine.
I forgot what it. But yeah, like they revised the rules 2 or 3 years ago because modern cars have so much safety stuff in them, and some modern cars are so damn fast right out the rip that I think you can run either 10.0 or 999 or something like that. And if your car's like 2008 or newer and you can do that stock, as long as the car's not modified, you don't have to cage or do anything else to it.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah, it's to do with like the rollover standards and all that stuff with it, and the fact that they got cycling airbags.
Yeah, they got all of the airbags and everything else.
Because even when I looked on the website for well, it used to be Sunshine Drag Strip, now Showtime, and they run classes down there, and like because they were 1/8 mile, so it's like $6.99 and stuff.
Yeah.
Not one thing on there said anything about a cage.
Yeah. Well, they're not in an HRA track.
And that just kind of floors me. I'm just so used
but
to.
it's when you go to Gainesville, you go to Bradenton,
Right.
they're NHRA certified. They got to follow if they don't follow those specifications,
Right.
then they lose that designation of being an NHRA certified track,
Yeah.
and that makes it to where they lose. Well, Gainesville Gator Nationals and
Right.
Bradenton, like the Snowbird
Snowbirds,
Nationals and all that. So like you end up losing a whole
Yeah.
bunch of money when it comes
Oh,
to that.
sure.
When it
But
comes to
then
that
you can
stuff.
go to OSW and pretty much do whatever you want.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, unless the individual tracks will come up and have some. Because there's a lot of tracks that aren't NHRA certified, but they will kind of mirror some NHRA safety rules and stuff like that.
Which is smart. But,
Yeah.
I mean, but it's one of those.
No.
You go to more grassroots areas, and you're gonna have some sketchy stuff going down the sketchy track.
Yeah.
Whatever gets asses in the seats.
Yeah, War in the Woods.
I was about to say War in the Woods.
War in
yeah.
the Woods.
Lead belly.
Get them to have spectator drags down here.
They did.
They need to do it more.
They did it for a little bit. The first night they brought it back, someone crashed into another person.
I don't care. Bring it back again. I want to go race.
I mean, did he sign the waiver?
Yeah, oh yeah. But
Then what's the problem?
Sucks for you, buddy.
it was just
That'll
one
happen.
of those.
Oh no, you crashed your car. That's gonna happen.
You'll get
It's
that.
racing.
You'll get that on these big jobs.
Well, I think it was he crashed into the other person.
Yeah, well, that's it's
You-
racetrack.
You get
can
that on
happen.
them big jobs.
Yeah.
Like Jack Stan says, well, that's racing.
Yeah. Alright, Lon, come on.
Like they said in Days of Thunder. He didn't bump you, he didn't slam you, he didn't nudge you, he rubbed you. Rubbing
is
son
racing.
is racing.
No. Get back.
And he's like, I want to hang out with the boys.
Yeah, you smell other doggies and
Doggies,
chickens
kitty cats.
and all that, yeah.
Work.
I have a topic I wish to speak about.
Hey, Lenny.
I'm curious if you guys have heard or read into this any farther. The California tire
No,
I
I've-
just heard about
I've
this.
heard of it, but I did not do any research into it.
It's
or
not
anything
as
like that.
bad as everybody thinks it is. Like, you can pretty much still order and put whatever tires you want on your
Okay,
car.
so
but
that's-
tire shops and whatnot, or dealerships, can't necessarily sell you specific or tires that are non-specific for your car. It's a weird, like having solved all other issues in California, they decided to do that.
Because I wanted to bring that up because there's that and there's another thing that I don't know much about that I wanted to know more about. Because that one made me curious. I didn't.
What's the other one?
Something about the Right to Race Act.
Oh yeah, them trying to protect the racetrack.
It's trying to protect the racetracks,
Yeah.
right? I wanted to look into that, and I just
It's
said,
basically so like this, and this is something that in the past couple of years, like BMP and the Freedom Factory have had to deal with because
Right.
those tracks were built out in the middle of nowhere. That was just farmland when those tracks. And now all that farmland has been sold off,
Same
and
thing
it's,
with this one.
yeah.
and it's been turned in. And there's all these developments around there. Well, Cletus and his lawyers actually got it worded so if anybody moves in next to that racetrack and then complains about the noise.
They have the right to race.
No, they end up getting like fined or some shit. Like whoever makes the complaint ends up like paying a penalty or some shit.
Because it's in their because it's going to be an HOA deed restricted area. It says in there.
You live next to a
You're
racetrack.
next to a racetrack. You cannot complain about this. This is one thing you cannot complain about.
You knew that was there before you moved in.
Yeah, and that's the thing with the racetrack here, and even the airport here, and especially when they lengthen the runway down here.
Mm-hmm.
other people that, because there are, if you go further back that way into
Literally
the
right
Highlands,
there.
you literally look past somebody's backyard and you're
Yes.
looking at the runway
runway,
trench,
uh-huh.
and you can
Nice.
see the hangars and stuff.
Which I
like
love it. I mean,
that. But it's like,
which is one of the reasons why I bought the house here.
but it's like, you moved in next to an airport. You moved in next to a racetrack.
Mhm.
Airport things and racetrack things happens at airports and racetracks.
Yeah,
Right,
gonna say
duh.
that racetrack has been here longer than this house. Well, this house has been here since '75, but still, that racetrack was built in I think like 64,
Something like
63, 64, because it was right at the same time that DeSoto was built.
that. Yeah.
Where I used to live on Long Island, you had a racetrack not too far from our house. And you could hear the announcer on
Which
Saturday
one was that?
As of Speedway.
Okay,
They
yeah.
slip.
And like every Saturday night you hear the announcers and stuff like that. It was actually really cool.
That's you can
Yeah.
hear. Well,
And,
not only do you hear the cars, but depending on which way the wind's blowing, because it's literally only a quarter
Right.
mile from here to the open field of where it's at,
Right.
and you can hear everything. Like you just sit on the porch and you just listen.
And that's what happened. People started moving in, and they started complaining about the racetrack, and so it got shut down. So they could put up a cookie factory. Now, being a fat guy, I like cookies. However, I'd rather have the racetrack more. But now, even the cookie factory is closed down. So they went through all that for a cookie factory that didn't even survive.
That didn't even survive, yeah.
It's the
And
same
what was they
thing. That's
complaining
what's
about
going on
that? It
out of
smelled too
Laguna
good.
Second.
I don't
it
know
smelled,
if it broke
it
down
smelled
to
too good. It
Yeah.
didn't smell like trash.
That's a big part of what that whole right to race thing is they're trying to save Laguna Second.
Right.
Because
Oh, there has been that was a whole mess that was going on
Well,
with
you
that
get,
track.
now you even got the Laguna Seca pipes that you got to put onto the cars
Yep.
because they have to be under 89 decimals.
Right.
Which is fucking
crazy.
Because
But I
like a
think
stock Miata isn't
some of
even
that,
almost.
some of that might have gone away
Well-
because the
Yeah.
idiot
Oh,
that
yeah.
was
You're
filing
fine.
those lawsuits, I guess he was basically told to go screw. So I
Because
think
that
we're gonna
racetrack has been there since like
Well,
Yeah,
I know that
50s.
when
and the economic activity it brings and everything like that. It's like just don't do it.
so much. Like it's not just like little races. Those are massive international
Yeah.
races
Like,
that
if
are
you don't want
weeks
to be
long.
bothered by race cars, don't live next to a racetrack.
That's,
I
that's like
remember
with
when
Sebring. Like,
Freiberger and Finnegan were there. They went there a couple times,
Mhm.
and they said that they had to keep the cars quiet
Yeah.
because of some guy living over there
Yep.
was complaining. And it was ridiculous. You live next to a racetrack.
Yeah. What do you
It's
expect?
going to be noise. Move.
Yeah, how about don't move next to the racetrack that's been there forever?
but now I want them to move.
So on the repair side of the automotive world of things, I gotta tell you guys a funny story about how a car got screwed over by the tiniest little thing. So, this car come in,
Wouldn't be a zip tie, would it?
no. This car come in with a clickety clackety sound coming from the back. They
Relax, folks. Mike's not big mad. He's small mad.
They said when they go over bumps, they hear clack, 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 clack. So we lift up the car and look at it, and see it's got brand new aftermarket shocks on it, sway bar links, and wasn't done by us. And we're like, all right, maybe it's something to do with that. Look up at the rear shock mount on the passenger side and see that the bolt is all the way in on one side, and on the other side there's 3 washers in the bolt.
Oh.
As one does.
We're like, huh.
That's suspicious.
So we took the floor jack and with the car up in the air, lifted up, and you can see the whole thing flex, and that's what our sound we were hearing when we went over bumps is that the shock mount jumping and clattering. So the tech reached up, bare hands, just to try that first. And no, it's not finger loose, but all right, we'll put a ratchet on it and just start lefty in it.
Cross side.
Keep going left. We're still going left. The bolt's not moving. We're still going left.
For your face. For your head.
So, thank you. So then, eventually,
Am I glistening?
eventually he
Well, I saw Dan's head.
So I'm actually doing all right.
he started trying to pull on the mount and take the bolt out.
Me and Dan are dying over
And
here.
the bolt finally came out with all of its threads.
Nice.
Every thread was with it.
Nice.
So the best part about these, as you know, is that a Supra?
That is a Supra.
No, it was Josh. So you know how like on the rear shocks the threads are actually like in the chassis?
Yeah, they're part of the unibody.
Yeah.
Not anymore.
They were.
They used to be part of the unibody. Now they're part of the bolt.
So first thing that pops in the tech's head, he's like, you know, maybe and I kind of said this too because I don't remember what the back part of that car looks like under the plastic, and I even said too, I was like, what if you can get to the other side and like drill a hole through and then just run a nut and bolt all the way through?
Just through bolted. Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
Multi-layer steel, and
Uh-huh.
it's right through the rear fender apron, which goes over the cross member. It's an integral piece
Nice.
of the actual chassis.
Nice.
Well, start cutting a hole.
So a cross-threaded bolt has essentially totaled the car. It's
No, cut a hole, then cut another hole, and you'll get to the part where you can drill a hole and through bolt it,
Yeah.
and then it's just going to have 2 extra holes
You
in
just
that
put
spot.
put a nut in there. You tack it. Tack weld it in.
Right. And then you can tack
Yeah.
weld the 2 pieces you
Yep.
cut out.
Yeah.
You're back to bed.
It's like
back to
brand new.
business.
He's all about the holes tonight, man.
Love me some holes.
I was just like, I can't believe
We're a car show, guys.
one
Hey,
bolt.
we're talking about a car.
We are one bolt.
Welcome to Pillow Talk.
Just
Wrong part
remember.
of the house for that.
when a bolt gets screwed the wrong way.
Just remember, cross-threading is nature's Loctite.
Yeah, it is. I was like, shoot that. Oh, and then so we.
Sometimes cross-threading is better than no threads.
That's it.
All
At
right,
least it holds.
I wonder.
At least it holds.
I'm trying to get a copy of this video. I wonder if it got sent to me or not. No, it didn't. I'll have to send this video to you guys. So, we had a car that we had to move into the shop today.
Oh, is this the one you were talking about when you first
I
got
didn't.
here?
Yeah, I didn't go into the full
No,
thing
but
too with it.
what
So,
you initially said, I was like, what?
so
I was like, what?
the car has rodent damage to the main harness, and it was causing a bunch of lights to come on and modules to freak out and stuff. And that was all great because we parked it out back and got the insurance adjuster to come.
I can only imagine what they can do.
All these harnesses are bad. Da, 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 got approved, ordered parts. Well, now, in the midst of moving wires, or maybe another rodent got in and ate something, car's stuck in park.
Nice.
Will not come out of park. It's a hybrid and does not have a shift interlock release because it's buttons on top of that. There's
Oh,
not
nice.
a shifter. So the
There's
vehicle,
not even an emergency cable?
nope,
'Cause
nothing.
most of those, like, I know, like, with ours with the fancy dials and all that, there's at least...
Can't reach anything to go quick click.
Well, no,
It's
you-
completely shift by wires, so
Yep.
when that fails, it's just in park.
That's it. You're
It's
just
in
out.
park.
That car
So-
lives here now.
It's in park.
That car lives here now.
It's in
Well,
park.
and the best part is, they parked.
sir,
we parked
you
it literally
can't
at the
park
like
there.
It's in
corner
park,
of
though.
the most furthest corner part away from the shop, all the way out there.
Nice.
So we have those little like you know
Go
like
jacks.
well they're like the dollies.
Yeah, the little go jacks. You jack them up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, and then,
Underneath the
you
wheels?
you put them under the wheels and you can roll the car around.
Right.
Yeah, Kojaks.
We only have 2 of them, which is fine or whatever. But
Well, no, the front wheels a lot.
yeah, so we jacked up the front of the car and then put them on. Got everybody over so we could push the car the right way. We got it out of the spot. We made it around the storm drain, and then we hit a pebble.
Sorry,
It
I'm
broke the
watching
wheel
Pints
off
and...
of it.
Oh, God! You killed her! Sorry, I'm watching Pints and Pistons Pillow Talk with the geckos. He just knocked her off the wall. Are you okay, ma'am?
How you not the female?
Because
I don't know what.
if you just
I don't
saw
know
what
what's
was going
happening.
on, sorry.
So we hit a pebble,
Disrespected privacy.
and when we hit the pebble, I guess that was the right amount of weight coming down, and it folded one of the casters sideways.
Uh-huh.
And then it went like this, went up, and it was stuck between the fender and the wheel, and then shot the other one out a good 30 feet away, almost into the street.
Yeah, those are only really good on like a really smooth concrete surface like the shop
Like in the
floor.
shop,
yeah.
They're not great on a paved parking lot.
No, so then
You learned that today.
somebody, one of the techs goes, "We got another one in there with a bad caster on it. We'll take the good caster off and swap it." So we did that. We made it a good solid 15 feet again, and then it happened. They just caved on themselves. So we're trying to figure out every which way we can do, because now, like, let's say this is like the bay door to the shop, and This is the service drive. We're stuck like this,
Did you
crooked
try-
in front of the shop.
Should have gotten thick cardboard with oil on the bottom of
That sounds
Maybe. I don't know what that was. Anyway,
it. Work.
so what
McDonald's trays.
I decided to
I
do
mean, that would be four-wheel lunch tray dripping.
was I went to our next door neighbor and I grabbed the forklift with the extendo forks. And I was thinking to myself, extendo forks, I could reach all the way up there to the subframe and I could tilt it up. They forgot something.
For a second, I thought he was like,
Whoop-ow!
We need him to thaw up.
That was your turn.
So I reached up under it with the forklift. I was able to lift the car up,
What if that's the guy with the Cherokee?
Maybe.
and then I started backing up with the forklift, and the car's moving, and we're like, everything's grand.
And
I
then
go,
you punch through the battery.
no, I went to make a turn, and you know I'm slick metal on slick metal, so the forks are doing this, and the cross member's staying here, and I'm like, I gotta stop. Like, we can't do that. So then we decided to try to get the forks under each like axle, like the front tires, and then like like a tow truck, how they lift it up like that.
Yeah.
That wasn't working because they started slipping, and then we were like, you know what?
Came out from the side and just.
And then that's why I was like, you know what? We started looking at the forklift. We looked at the weight on the car. We're like, we're gonna move the whole fucking car. And I said, fuck it, I'm going in, dude. So I drive up under the car, and I had two techs spotting me, and the hybrid battery sticks out like that much further than the pinch weld. And I was like, no, I ain't gonna try to lift the car. It was a hybrid, and I ain't gonna try to lift it by that battery. I'm just too sketchy.
That's what wood blocks are for.
Yeah.
Too sketchy.
2x4 here, 2x4 here. Put it under the pinch welds,
Exactly.
and you're
Yep.
good.
So we
A couple of tires.
I said at that point, I was like, dude, we're overdoing this. Just call a tow company. I was like, if we have to eat the bill. I'll write the freaking purchase order for it. Just call a tow company.
Whoa. We're overthinking this. All right, just put it down. We're gonna take the legs off. We're gonna take the cushions off. It's gonna be a whole lot simpler.
Well, you know what's funny too is they called GNS, and they're like, oh, hey, we got a truck. Will be there in 10 minutes. No charge. You guys hook us up all the time with stuff. And I was like, that's all we had to do the whole time. The whole time.
We've had to do that at our shop before. When you get a burned up transmission that won't shift out of park, just call them for a hook and book truck, and
That's all
they'll
we
drag it
needed.
into the shop for
And
us.
that's all we needed.
And once you're in the shop, you put a floor jack under the center of it. You lift it up by the front. You push it around on the floor jack, and then you're good.
Fidget spinner?
Oh.
Yeah,
So I tighten it down.
There's one of the service advisors took a video though of when we were trying to roll it and we hit another rock, and then like one of the dollies just goes flying out from underneath the car, and then the shop foreman turns around and goes, oh ha ha, yeah, we're having a great fucking time, and then she stops the video.
All right, I am really excited about this.
What is this?
Chris, you can have a full one.
I'll share with somebody.
I'll share.
I was gonna say, if
So-
you wanna share, do you wanna share?
Remember how excited I was
You want
about
four, you
having
want
Nemo's
share?
pizza?
Okay. Hey, I'm gonna save one for you. Me and Dan are gonna share. one.
Okay,
What is this?
so
Here.
Zvikel!
remember how excited I was about Emo's Pizza and going back to St. Louis so I could have Emo's? Yeah, they've got their own beer. This is Zweikel's
Bavarian
Brewed
lager.
for Squares
Bavarian lager.
Emo's Pizza. It's from a St. Louis brewery.
And this is Bavarian lager on the bottom.
So it's brewed by Urban Chestnut Brewing. Brewed for Squares. New look, same Zweikel. Two St. Louis legends, Urban Chestnut and Emo's Pizza, have teamed up to show you just how perfect ice cold lager and the Square Beyond compare. Pizza complement one another.
I was gonna
Prost.
say I feel like this beer is supposed to go perfect with pizza. So
I have a
A
feeling
very
this was.
specific kind of pizza.
I thought it was gonna taste like the specific pizza.
it is Zweikel Bavarian lager.
I figured it'd be pepperoni and.
Do need a little more. Thanks,
If anybody wants any extra, there's more in there.
There's a full one for you in there because I know how much you like this.
Thank you, guys. Yeah, I got these in St. Louis when I was up there. I've got another one from the same company that I'll have. Well, that we'll have for next time.
Alright, well,
Ooh.
Domino's.
No. Frost.
Pizza.
Frost.
Pizza the Hut. Pizza.
Oh, that's nice.
That's not bad.
Ich liebe den Zweikel Bavarian Lager.
It's just a Bavarian lager, but it's very good.
Tastes like a pizzeria.
You know what it kind of reminds me? Yeah, you know what? I get that vibe.
Tastes like
It'd be like a
pizzeria.
It's a pizza
pizzeria.
beer.
Yeah.
That would be absolutely perfect with some Emo's pizza.
But you know what too is like, do you remember that one? Can't remember the name of it. It was supposed to be like the really old English beer. It was like a lager.
The one that was brewed with that
like the
well
ancient
beer,
well.
yeah,
And
yeah.
This has got a hint of that in it.
What was the name of that beer?
I can't remember, but I'm getting like
It's
a
not
hint.
Old Speckled Hen, but it was.
He's going to the phone.
How long ago did we have it?
That was probably year 2. Year 2
Yeah,
or
'cause
three.
it was a Chris Garage episode, I believe.
Yeah.
That's pretty tasty. I like that. It does taste like it would go great with pizza.
I do have a question.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Did you really think after 8 years you guys would still be sitting around a bar and get the apples about cars?
Well, yeah.
Honestly,
but just,
yeah. A little more famous,
all right.
maybe.
Well,
but-
no, it's one of those, like, I figured about 4 years ago we turned the camera off. But, like, hey, no.
Sam
like, we're-
Smith's.
Sam
Sam
Smith.
Samuel
that's what it
Smith's.
was.
Yes, it does taste like Samuel Smith's.
It's got
So
a bit of that.
That beer
Yeah.
was an English beer that was apparently, like, the water they used was
It's
from
like
a well
from like the 1700s. or
no,
some-
it was
or
like
some
from like the
shit.
700s.
Yeah,
yeah,
it's
they
like
still
some
brew it
ancient-
in the original, like,
Stone
stone
well.
casks.
Wow.
Yeah.
The old,
That's awesome.
but no, it's one of those, like, I thought a
That
while
was
ago we
episode
turned the
40.
the camera off.
Samuel Smith, Old
But,
Brewery.
oh yeah, that
Oatmeal
was
Stout.
40. That
Yep.
was what, year 2 or maybe 3?
Samuel Smith Organic Chocolate Stout.
The chocolate stout's really good, too. I think that's it. That's the only two they do.
Yeah, the rest of them I'm getting are all Sam Adams.
But yeah, no, we never shut the camera off because whether we shut the camera off or not, we'd have the same amount of viewers. So we just figured we'd keep it going.
And we would
going.
still from time to time get together, talk shit, and drink beer.
Yeah.
Oh. So,
Like,
I needed to get other people's opinions on this. So, Nick got a trade offer for his M5.
Mhm.
And part of me thinks that he should take the trade offer. It's a 1984
Golden Chestnut.
Porsche 924S.
A 924?
It's a
Urban
924S.
chestnut.
It's not a turbo, but it's only got 20,000 original miles on it,
But
and it's a one-owner
It's
car.
a 924, so what motor does that have?
It's got the 2.5 liter four-cylinder.
It's like the slightly.
Smaller 944?
Yeah, it's like a 944, but not as much of a 944.
And so it's naturally aspirated. So
Yeah.
it's making the same amount of power as a.
It'd make like 170, I think, or some shit like that. But no. Here's my thing. So the car only has 20,000 original documented miles on it.
Which means everything needs to be replaced on it.
Everything already has by a certified Porsche mechanic with paperwork. I think he should trade it and put that car up on Cars and Bids.
Well, it's one of those, like, we would love it. I know Nick. Nick would not like it.
That just reminded me, we gotta go get the M3 on Monday.
Nick would not like it because Nick.
No,
it
I
would be
don't
too slow
think.
for Nick.
No, I don't think he would either. And I told him that, but I said from an investment standpoint, I think he could take that car and make 20K off of it, and put that money towards something even cooler and better. Because I looked at what those cars are fetching via auction with that kind of mileage, and it could be something that he could get quite a bit of money out of. But
It also seems like a lot of work.
then he straight disregarded any of that anyway, though. He bought the shift sensor for it, so I guess we're going to be doing that next week. So the car will actually be functioning 100%. And I can drive it again because it's a lot of fun. A car is a lot of fun. Dude, having, like,
I know we brought it over the other day, like a week ago.
it's instant power. And It's a V10. It sounds like a Gallardo, and it
Oh yeah, it
revs.
sounds
and it,
trust me, when it pulled up in the yard,
it revs to like 10,000 RPM.
Sabrina's like, who's in the yard? And I'm like, I think that's Nick. She's like, no, that doesn't sound like Nick's car. That sounds like a, is that a fucking Lamborghini? I'm like, nope, it's Nick.
Sounds just like one.
I'm like, it's a V10 though, and it sounds glorious.
And it
Speaking
gets
of BMW.
9 miles to the gallon.
Speaking of BMW, Daniel,
Oh, it's for sale.
is it like running, driving?
Is it gone yet?
I have not got a single inquiry, not a low ball, not a trade offer, not anything on that car actually.
No. In the last 2 days, I've gotten 4 people drive by and stop in my driveway asking me if the 86 was for sale.
I literally
literally,
I put it
4 people.
I put it up for sale or for trade, and I said that like the transmission cooler needs to be finished being installed. If I finish installing it, price is gonna go up. Included a good amount of pictures and shit. Literally, not even a low ball offer. And I put it up for $3,000. I think that's
Fair
yeah, I really do.
for running and driving car.
Yeah, it runs.
runs.
It runs it and it drives okay. It's just the transmission will overheat because the transmission cooler is not hooked up. I can't get the fucking quick disconnect lines off, but it's got AC, it's got heat, it's got a cool fucking pop out touchscreen radio, it's got a sunroof, like
How many miles?
167-ish thousand.
So
05 325i straight
That's
six.
a BMW straight 6,
Yeah.
those things.
Yeah.
You can go
Wow.
for.
The car,
Yeah,
the car was
I more or
resprayed
less
kind of
inquiring
poorly.
about the running and driving part of it because I still.
I know
wanna
you
drive
still, you still need to
modern
drive
inline
it.
6.
I know.
The last inline 6 that I drove was like 105 years old.
And not for nothing.
That's it?
Yeah.
Look, even with the stock exhaust, that engine does sound very good.
And the other straight 6 that I drove is 99 years old. And I'd like to drive a straight 6 that's a little more
Newer?
modern.
Come drive dad truck.
Yeah, I could drive that truck. That truck driving?
Yeah. Oh,
Okay.
always has been.
Okay, just checking.
It never
thing
stopped
doesn't go
being
down.
a
Yeah.
driving car.
When that goes down, the world's done.
Was that 300 straight 6?
300 straight 6.
Can't kill that thing.
Literally cannot.
240,000 miles?
I have no idea.
Yeah.
The odometer was broke when I got it.
When we
I
sold it
swapped
to
the
you,
cluster.
it was when we sold it to you. I think it was stuck at 220,000.
And it was broken.
Yeah.
It was all
Though-
Yeah, but
crystal. The
300
crystal
straight
was all
six
bad.
is a beast.
Oh, trust me.
I will say,
Trust me. There has been times I've talked to Sabrina and I'm like, hey, like, so if Chris sells it, like,
Like, we
it's
get it
selling
back,
like,
you
we
know?
getting it,
Mhm.
like, we buying it back? And she's like, I don't know. I'm like, okay, so I'm buying it back, right?
so I will say, I saw one of the most resilient Velosters I've ever seen. And that's saying something for a
Okay,
Hyundai
is this,
slash
are we
Kia
talking
product.
like 4th and 5th owner Ultima Resilient?
No, like almost 10th.
Or that would be like 3rd owner Dodge Charger.
The car rolled in on 2 donuts.
Oh, that's 4th owner Ultima.
Yeah, that's 4th owner Ultima.
186 more payments and it's theirs. Free and clear.
The car was going into limp mode. No knocking, no smoking. Engine was actually clean. We pulled the valve cover, no sludge, nothing. And it was getting knocked sensor codes and going into limp mode, but the engine was audibly fine. So, you know, we sent the customer to another shop that maybe drained all the oil out of the car
In Mexico.
in Mexico. 2 weeks of driving, about 50 miles per day. It wouldn't blow up. No oil. We drove it up and down 19 for 2 weeks consistently with no oil, and not like driving, like it was a 6-speed manual and we were clutch dumping. No oil in it. 2 weeks it took for that car to start even going with a little tiny knock sound. 2 weeks of driving with 0 oil in it.
Would they finally traded in or something like that? Or was it...
No, they ended up like
The shop in Mexico.
The shop in Mexico ended
up.
up blowing the engine up
And,
after
oh
the
no,
2 weeks.
warranty.
So then the engine got replaced, at the other
Gotcha,
shop.
gotcha.
But
Man, those shops on like the California
Yeah.
border, like,
But, like,
they
I get
just
it, I
always
get
I
do
I've
that.
seen these cars where you can go and they blow up. And this thing took over
Every
2
now,
weeks.
every now and then there is a factory freak.
And that was one of them.
We've seen these engines where like they come in for an oil change, okay, and the car runs perfectly fine. We do the oil change. Car's running fine after the oil change. We drive it around the dealership lot, park it up front. Now the
Check out
car
what
was
comes out.
running fine the whole time.
Yep.
The customer goes out and goes, "My car won't start. It's
It's
just making a click
seized.
noise." And we go out and we look and we check it, and literally it made its half of a turn
And went, nope.
and went "Rah!" and locked up solid forever.
And we
Like,
had-
congratulations, this thing will never make any motion ever again.
We had one happen yesterday, and it was hilarious because it was the newest
Have
service
they found
advisor
a
we
cause
have.
for that?
Yeah,
And
they
this
know
customer
exactly what
called up.
caused
They
it.
said, "You just
Is it
did my
bearing or
oil
ring?
change, and now my
Bearing.
engine's knocking." And she just said,
So,
"That's because it's its
Theorizing.
time. They all have a time. It was just
how
coincidental."
long was it from the
So,
time the bearing
the
spun
Hyundai that
until
we have-
the oil change happened?
We were, it was actually
So-
my birthday.
Here's
We were
what's
going down
the
to
real
Hooters down
cause.
in Clearwater.
When they started
cruising
doing
down
the
the Sun
GDI,
Coast, and
okay,
the car
they
like
were doing
hiccuped.
the 2.4
Check
MPI
engine light came
and
on.
the
It
2.4
started running a little
GDI
rough.
in two
All
separate
right, no
places.
problems.
Mm-hmm.
We got over the
Same
Hooters.
engine architecture,
Like I
but two different
We left.
plants.
Engine light was
The
light was
plant
off.
that was making the
Car was running
GDI
great.
engines,
Oh, maybe it's just
they were
to
making the
somebody else.
crank
They'll
is a little
freaking
bit
do
different.
too.
So they're
And,
manufacturing their own
we're
crank.
coming back up.
And
Back
when
to
they
the
were
house, back to the
manufacturing
home
the
assassin.
crank on the GDIs,
Next thing you know,
they did not
check engine light comes on.
extrusion hone
All right,
oil
we pull
pumps
into
on
a
the crank.
parts store and they check it
So,
out. It's a
They
knock
were
sensor.
getting all the machining swarth in.
All right, you have one. No.
Little pieces
Like, well, I live
of
up in
all
Central
metal,
County.
yeah.
I was
metal
up there.
are getting
So
trapped
you get back
in
to
the
the house. I
crank,
order
in the
one.
oil galleys
So
inside
I
the
started looking how
crankshaft.
to put it in
And
because the intake's got to come off the
bearings.
wall.
And at some
I'm
point,
like, all right, I'm like, well, I'm not
along
doing
that
that.
150,000
I have a
miles,
buddy,
that
for,
little
you know,
piece
for
that's been
you guys,
flapping around in
like,
there
I
goes
got a buddy who
and plugs
works
off
on
the oil
cars.
port.
I'll bring it to you.
And it just runs it
So my
dry.
wife's in there and
and
she's looking. She's like, you know,
locks
there's a
up. It
recall on
welds
this car.
the bearing to the crankshaft.
Huh?
Wow.
And it's
What's the
almost
recall for?
The knock
always,
sensor.
She's like,
almost
knocking.
always
I was like, ah.
cylinder-free connecting
The
rod.
part
bearing
number's
defects.
39122G100.
Sometimes
I said, well, let me see. Let me go out there so I can get my code reader and I
But it's
put
always
in
on
the
a
code
rod
and I
journal,
fire
not
the
a
car.
crank
The car's running great.
Always on a rod
Like,
journal.
let's just go take it around the block.
Every
Well, we're taking
time.
it around the block, and the
I've
more
never
blocks
seen
we
a
go around,
crank
the worse the
journal.
car is getting.
That's
And now
the
it's
problem.
squeaking.
Oh no.
But it's like 75%
Yeah, let's just
of the
get
time
this
it's
back
cylinder.
home.
That's wild.
So we get it back home, and I
That
call
is wild.
Hyundai before you got.
I
before
actually had the
The one
first one
closest
in
to me
my
opened.
shop. I had the
I
very
go to
first
Newport
one
Richie,
that we had
and
that.
they said, all right, you know, there is a
that
recall,
happened.
blah blah blah. You know, have it.
I did
towed
the
down,
oil
you know,
change and
it's
come
all right.
back like 500 miles
They
later.
tow it down.
Locked up solid.
So a month later,
It was like 2013.
Wow,
'Cause the
that is like
And
record
they're like,
time.
yeah, but it needs a
the
starter.
engines
So I
were.
put a
There were
starter
so
in
many
it.
of
The
them
new
sitting in the
starter's just
dealership.
like,
oh, yeah.
The engines were on
clunk,
back
and I'm
order.
like,
Uh-huh.
oh,
And
that's
we
a
had
lot
the-
here.
There was
We're back. We're back in that right now too.
Really?
Yeah, I got two
Uh-oh.
of them. I'm just waiting on
That's not
engines for.
good.
And there was a period of a time where I was able to overnight these engines.
Sabrina's sister.
We just
was
had
Oh,
one
it's
this
on
year.
the Sportage. That
But,
thing
yeah,
took.
and
motor
they
was on
were,
back
they
order
were
for
the ones that
ever.
literally did it.
I
and that,
ordered it yesterday.
It was
Got a
the
new
whole
engine
turbo
in it
went.
Yeah, we
and,
did the turbo, the
it
intake
completely,
manifold,
like,
the
did
I had
starter,
it running
everything.
before I left.
And no, I think it became a whole entire short block, like long block.
It was a whole, whole long
that-
block.
That they ended up doing. She was like, she had the rental car for,
Yeah.
I think it was
We had a-
almost 2.5 months.
Wow. Yeah, we had.
Like,
We had.
because
our
it was
rental.
one, and like every time we're like, every week we're like, Dan, how's it? He's like, "It's still in limbo.
Well, wait a minute.
Sorry,
It was a
Shadows.
great
How
car.
long did,
Actually,
when you
the
went up to
car was
Savannah,
the car
how
was
long
actually
did that one
wrong,
car do
really
waiting for
nice.
an engine?
And the thing was, is like once it happened, like, yay, you got a brand new motor.
No, I had
warranty.
one that was in
She's
Savannah
like, oh,
waiting
I'm
on
gonna
a
keep it
PCM
going and all
Okay,
that. I'm
for
like,
over 9 months.
traded it.
Okay, that
She's
was
like,
what it
but
was.
I
I thought
got
that was
my
another
trade.
engine recall.
But-
Now I had one.
So now she's got a Nissan.
It did
my
wait for a
Santa Fe's
short
doing
block.
good so far. So.
but we're like,
I
we're not
took it
saying
apart.
anything. We're like,
Right before
traded it.
Thanksgiving.
You got
The
you got a
seatbelt doesn't
brand
want
new-
to retract.
Sat in my bay
Yeah.
It
pulled
comes
apart
out, and it's like
until September.
very slowly.
Damn.
Which kind do you got
They
again?
traded the
Sonata.
customer out of it.
The
They were
13
like,
Sonata.
we can't keep you in a rental
okay,
car
maybe.
for that long.
They just
traded
came out
the
with a
customer
barrage
out
of
of it
seatbelt
and
recalls. I don't know if it any
sold
of
them a
were
new
Sonata,
car.
though.
And then
They're for like Palisades
sold it
and
when I
Santa
got it
Fe's.
fixed.
Yeah, the 13 Sonata 2.4.
Do you guys
that decided to
have
kick the rod bearings out?
the recall for the check valve on the turbos on yours?
No, we have a recall for the check valve on the gas tank.
For the gas tank, yeah, the
Yeah.
PCV.
Yeah, we do those left and right.
Have you guys had any where the tank exploded?
Yeah, we
Whoa.
the tank just came in today. Actually, we've been waiting on it for about a week.
Oh,
and a
this
half.
one's not getting a fuel tank.
Is there a car
Oh,
left?
did
This
it pop?
one's getting a new car.
Oh, it popped that bad. See, ours we had to send it to the body shop. It pushed the trunk pan up, and they were able to fix that.
Oh, they were able to fix it?
Yeah, it didn't push it up that bad.
See, this one's pretty bad. I think
Nice.
this one's going to be a new car.
That's cool.
This
I've been
is
wanting
the
to see
second
one.
one we've seen.
Catastrophic
Does
failure.
the whole car go boom?
No. So the gas tank
Well, this is a plastic,
expands
right?
like a balloon
Right.
because it's connected to the turbocharger and the check valve goes bad.
Whoa.
Yeah. They're
All
not
right.
dumb. They're not dumb. Yes.
All right.
Hold on.
So you have a fuel tank
Yeah.
and evaporative emission system connected
Sure.
to it. It goes to the intake.
Sure.
And when there's no boost, when there's engine vacuum, you open the valve and you suck the fuel vapor out. Right?
Okay.
Now what happens if that valve fails?
And boost happens.
Under 28 pounds of boost,
Right.
the plastic fuel tank expands like a balloon.
Nice.
And
you ever
there's
take your
nowhere for it
Craftsman
to
air compressor and go?
So
Customer
so I
may
guess it's not
complain
opening the
of
gas
a
cap's going to
popping
do
noise
anything.
from the rear of the vehicle.
No, you go to open up the gas cap, it's gonna go poo.
Speaking of the popping noise, we fixed my evap drain on my car finally, and it made the most satisfying sound
Yeah.
I think I've ever heard. But the bad part is, the evap drain on that car doesn't drain through the box. The
It
box,
drains through the frame, right?
well, it does drain through the frame, but the box stops right below the glove box, and it has a hose that comes out and then goes like that into the frame. So you have to undo the hose at the box to blow it out.
So it went all over your carpet.
About 2 fucking gallons of water went all over my carpet.
You have to shop vac hooked up?
Yeah. And then we hooked the air and it went psh, and then all this water started coming out the bottom, and I was like, ah, yes.
It's always super satisfying when I put one up in the air, like they're complaining about that. I put it up in the air and I go through the hose, and then it dumps 2 gallons of water on the floor. It's actually really satisfying to see.
You know what was funny too is this one tech who I'm kind of on the fence with. He's like, hey, use my bay, I'm going home. Like, you sure, bro? And he's like, yeah. And I was like, okay. Literally dumped like 2 gallons of water on the floor of his bay, and I backed up and I drove out.
Nice.
I got a question now. How's your car coming along?
Actually coming along pretty good.
I've been watching all the updates.
Well, I've been too, but I don't know. Well,
I know.
he-
I'm excited.
you're here, so
I'm
we
excited.
ain't talking to anybody. So, Mike, tell yourself in the future, how's your car coming along?
Self?
Actually, it's coming along really good. With the heat and all, I want to start getting more into doing more body work on the car, and just trying to work inside the shop. I don't want to get body dust all over the place.
It looks more like a car now.
Yeah, it does actually look like more like a car.
It's really fucking cool. Every time I see it, I'm like, oh,
I
can just picture it.
I found an 8-point roll cage on Marketplace. Actually it was meant for a 61 through 4 A-body Dodge,
Mm-hmm.
but I had the guy measure it.
They're
It was,
almost about the
it was-
same.
when you say that, it's actually like it was 2 inches narrower than what I needed. Well, essentially that's only really an inch,
Yeah.
because you want to have enough room so you can get you welded around.
Around each side, yeah.
So I can live with an extra inch.
Ah!
So I scored
not
it.
bad.
Nice.
That's not
So,
bad at all.
I scored an 8-point chrome moly cage. The guy just wanted, it was from S&W, and S&W is out of business now,
Mhm.
Yeah,
so
they
he
are.
couldn't return it. He's like, I just want it out of my garage. He's like, I've had it for a while and I can't return it,
Mm-hmm.
so just take it. and he was over here, not too far from you. And I was like, all right, yes, and I got to work, I can come by. He calls me and he says, hey, I'm actually going to be in your area. I will bring it to you.
Well, shoot!
Okay.
Exactly.
Here's where I work.
Say no.
Here's where I work. Bring it on over. He brings it over and he goes, and I go, well, I didn't get a chance to go to get the rest of the money. I have some. He's like, just give me what you've got. There you go.
He just wanted that out
He
there.
He wanted it out
gone.
of his garage.
Hell yeah.
He wanted to never see that cage
Right.
ever
Again.
again.
So when I looked
But
it up,
don't you love those deals?
And-
Like,
and
I've
I'm
had
usually-
those deals before.
and
Where
I'm
it's like,
usually the day late, dollar short guy
mm,
who always winds up going, hey, I'm interested in that. Oh, I just sold it.
The cash you had on you is a little bit better than free.
See, I was the opposite. I was him. I was that guy last weekend. Because I had this desk I wanted to get rid of so badly. And this little old man asked if he could come to my house and look at it. And he said, well, he's like, I'm trying not to, like... He's like, I was really, trying to look for something. And I said, I'll deliver it to your house. And he's
Uh-huh.
like, really? And I said, you can have it. You don't have to even give me any money.
Right?
And he's like, you'll do that? And I said, I have a trailer. Where do you live? And he said, not even 5 minutes. I'm like, let's go. I'm like, let's go.
You're like me with the fridge.
So in April, I went up to go see my family in Pennsylvania. And I meant to bring back beer. However, I found out that Eastwood Products is an hour away from where my sister lives in Pennsylvania.
Ooh.
Oh, nice.
I did not have the weight capacity to bring anything else back than what I bought. My brother-in-law and I, and he was pissed too because he didn't know it, and he's redoing a 2002 WS6
Yeah.
Ram that Trans Am,
See that purple one around here?
and
I love those so much. I want one. I'm gonna have one day. I am.
so we go there, and the storefront itself is very tiny. It is not big at all.
So it's like NPD.
I've never been there.
Okay.
But the
and-
Willy Wonka door opens up.
and-
Right.
and NPD is like literally the
but-
storefronts like the size of the house right
Right,
here.
and that's Eastwood.
But then you go into the back and it's
Right.
4
And-
blocks of
Yeah.
gloriousness.
Yeah.
We're walking around just a little storefront, and it's just so overwhelming
Uh-huh.
of just everything they've got in there. And I'm just like, because you see it, on online or
Yeah, but it's like there.
it's like there you can touch it, feel it,
Yep.
play with it, and it's just like, oh my god. So it was very overwhelming. So I did pick up a couple of things. We got back to his house, and I got him like, Sunday we've got to go back. He's like, I figured. I was like, it's just very overwhelming. So we go back Sunday, and they hold classes there, and not just basic classes. So I don't know if you guys know who Jamie Jordan is.
The name sounds
Name
Okay,
rings
so-
a bell.
Jamie Jordan does a lot with bead roll. He does custom bead roll.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, yep.
I know
yep,
who you're
yep,
talking about
yep.
now.
And he was there putting on a class.
Well, that's
Their
cool.
classes, his class was $1,000. It's Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, from 8 to 5, all 3 days. They feed you, they give you drinks and all that, and you learn
But it's
from
a whole thing.
right,
now.
and you learn from a professional.
That's
So
not a
they
bad
actually
price
hold
then, yeah.
classes there. That's how big this place is. They can hold classes, and they had a garage door open. We seen there was a couple cars sitting in there that they work on, for
Super
classes
cool.
and stuff like that. And I'm just like overwhelmed. There's just, what an awesome place. Recommend if you guys get a chance to go to Eastwood Company to go there.
That's like
For sure.
that's like the museum, the car collection at NPD.
I got to get up there.
Sometimes when you go there during the week, if they're not super busy, you go up there and you get a part or something like that. And they've got cars on display right out in the front,
Sure.
like you can see, pretty significant cars too. But then every now and then you can say, hey,
Do you mind if I go look? And you're like, yeah, go ahead.
All right.
So it's one of those that, because I am going to be ordering, because that's basically where, for parts for this car,
Right.
is where I'm going to get from, because all the other like LMR and that, like,
Yeah.
are great with 8793, like, they're good with, like, the 85, like, 84 to 93s, but for these early cars, and that, NPD. And it's one to where I don't gotta pay for shipping. I can literally just
Because we can just
drive up there
just
30
go right
minutes and
and we're there.
don't have to do it.
The next time you go, let me know.
Well, and that's
I'll
the
hitch a
thing.
ride.
We go up there and be like, if it's not busy, be like, hey,
Yeah.
can we? Because even if you just go into one part, like at that point, like it's not even the car collection; it's the Kodak collection. The amount of like he has cases and cases, like just like the size of my backyard
Right.
of just Kodak like cameras and memorabilia and all that stuff.
Crazy.
Before you even get to the cars, that goes literally from this block 3 blocks back, and I'm not joking.
Yeah,
but,
if you cover and look at every car in the collection, you're gonna get your steps in.
No, no.
You're gonna get your steps in for sure.
yeah.
But so yeah, so I got cage started in the car. Pretty much just tack welded in for now. I got main hoop in, the door bars are in, the trunk bars are in. I don't have the harness bar in yet because I'm still working on it because I'm making the firewall between the cab and the trunk because we're running the fuel cell.
Yeah.
But I have a bead roller set up now, Beverly shear, shrinker stretcher, brake, press.
Which you sent me some of the stuff that you practiced with
Yeah.
that, and it looked pretty freaking good.
Yeah.
It really did. It looked really good. He's like,
So-
look at what I'm in. I'm like, holy shit, that's better than what I could do. Like, that's pretty good.
So we got that done and just been messing around. New front springs are under it, actual real Gassa springs. Instead of using trailer springs that are rated at 1,750 pounds a piece,
Yeah,
that, you know, even with the big block Ford that's in there, that
they barely compress.
it didn't move.
Yeah,
So, and now I have, these are rated at 450 pounds a piece from Speedway.
yeah.
And so those are in.
Speedway has an impressive collection of
Yeah.
parts for all kinds of old vehicles.
Right. Yeah, I love dealing with them. They're really good people to deal with. And I can also deal with, like, my job, the Napa I work with, because we have the speed shop up in Chiefland. And so I can just call them for stuff too. But no, it's coming along really good. So
Earlier about the pops and the bangs and all the other noises. Have you seen what Toyota's doing now to try to predict which of their V6 engines is going to fail? It's a calibrated hammer.
You gotta be kidding me.
They basically put like a knock sensor on the engine, and they have like a calibrated brass hammer, and the technician gets the stuff out of the way, and then basically does the thing and goes to a certain point with the hammer and smacks the crank bolt.
nice.
And depending on the sound or whatever it picks up,
Reverbs.
kind of says whether it's going to fail or not going to fail.
So they have hired Jeremy Clarkson.
They have basically institutionalized. Every dealership now gets a custom box that is the drawer of Jeremy.
But at that point, because it's so precision, it's a drawer of Jeremy, but it's James May going,
Pretty much.
that'll do.
Pretty much.
That'll do.
Pretty much.
Oh,
That won't fail.
I mean, it's not that far off from what Kia and Hyundai originally did, which was you literally took a microphone that stuck into the oil dipstick tube and then revved the engine up to 2 grand and held it there, and the computer would listen to the noise
And it would say
go,
pass or no pass. With
I
either.
think that one's about to fail.
Yeah.
could you listen for
Or
Bono
if you took
going,
the
"Hello,
microphone.
hello."
That never happened. I don't know what you're talking about.
And on that note,
You just played it a whole bunch of different dubstep music. that music's that engine's gonna
The
fail.
silly part was how the guys got caught doing that. What they were doing was they were taking the microphone and instead of putting it into the dipstick tube, they were sticking it next to the GDI pump, which is
Making noise.
very noisy. And they were talking about how they were scamming Kia
Did they
while they were doing the test. So the engineers are listening back to the audio and listening to the really loud GDI pump.
and listening to
And the technician's going, yeah, so if I stick the microphone next to the GDI pump, it'll fail, and then I'll get to do an engine.
Wow.
and on that bombshell,
Hey, they don't catch the smart ones.
Oh,
Right.
we froze.
One last thing before
Yep.
we end it.
Hang on. I can fix it.
We're gonna talk about one last thing. Even though it really wasn't that eventful of an 8-year anniversary, guys.
Okay, we're back on.
Okay.
I mean, would it really be 8 years if we didn't have some kind of technological
Absolutely
screw-up?
not. We had to have some form of technological difference.
Michael wants to say something.
Oh well, that was the technological differences. I told you the other day you were gonna hear it run while you came over. He heard the pace car run.
You heard the pace car run.
It did run at 2,500 to 3,000 RPMs, but
Yeah,
it made
we-
turbo noises.
Yeah,
Yeah,
there
you
were-
got,
and
you got to
there-
get turbo
And
noise.
there was some leaking fuel.
I was gonna say we reworked the custom fueling system, but unfortunately we did begin to start dumping fuel, so there might have been a fuel leak. But
Hey, well,
I
mean,
was the
regardless-
custom fuel system.
he was.
But,
He was.
but you gotta say, okay, that literally has not started or anything since the last time we did that, which was when it was still outside.
And,
so that
and
was,
before that, it was like 2001.
I was gonna say at that
Is that
point.
the last
yeah.
time it was on the road?
Yeah, it's still
No, 98.
98. It still has the tag on it with the registration
yeah,
sticker.
the old Marion County registration tag.
The guy who
Uh,
bought that car bought it brand new.
Nice.
So, but it was one of those.
So the one on the car?
Yeah, I bought it from
And from what him and I found out through like receipt digging and looking at the car, the guy was in the middle of doing a bunch of stuff. Like there's like a new brake line, the exhaust section looks new. It's got a different turbo on it, like
Yeah, I got
probably
the
a
old-
rebuilt turbo
I got
or a
the
new
old
turbo or
Because
something.
those turbos, it isn't just a turbo, it's a turbo manifold.
Yeah, it's a
together, and the
weird-
carburetors
Yeah,
sits on top
yes,
of
it's
it.
a draw through.
Yeah, it's
it is
a strange.
It's
Great.
crazy.
Now-
thing.
It's the weirdest fucking thing.
Didn't the turbo Firebird back in the 70s, wasn't it a draw through also?
No, that
was a blow through.
That was a blow through.
Which that was the most common thing, was a blow through, and this one's a draw through. But it's like they made it to where like it was symbiotic with like the head. Everything fits perfectly
it's-
into place.
It's weird. It is so weird, but it is one of those, like we were saying, when we finally got it running. Like, and I mean, it didn't take much to get it
Didn't
running.
No, that's
Didn't
great.
But-
smoke, didn't knock, didn't
No,
hit.
When we first got it running, it started, and like, yeah, it was, high RPM and all that, but it is so like sewing machine smooth. Like,
You were able to bypass that little computer thingy?
oh yeah.
And
that's
all,
what
and all
we
we've
did.
done
So-
too is we rebuilt the carb on it so
Yeah.
far, and that's it.
So with that, even at the 2,500 RPM, like you heard that thing's like there's no.
No,
ticking,
I mean,
it is.
It
is,
sounded solid.
like you hear the fan and all that stuff,
Yeah.
but the motor itself is fucking quiet.
Yeah.
There's no, and when I was in there, and that thing's like it's on Jack's hands right now. There's no shaking. There is no
No, it's
nothing
very
Well, I mean,
on that.
That's basically like the bottom end is a little bit different, like forged internals because it's boost, but that's the same Lima head as a Pinto and a
I'd say
regular
it was
Corso and
2.3.
Mustang.
Yep.
Yeah.
And it has a regular exhaust manifold. It's the weirdest thing because it has the same stock exhaust
So say,
manifold.
before you leave, I'll shine the light
It
to
goes
where you
down.
can see it.
It
And
goes
because you
down,
gotta see the
and
paint.
goes
and then it
around.
goes under between the oil pan and the bell housing and up to the turbo, and then back out of the turbo, back under there, and goes on.
under the car.
Because
With the regular
that was the first thing is I popped the hood and I'm like, Mike.
And I was like, shit, where's
you
my
got
turbo?
you got duped, bro. And he's like,
Because I'm
what?
used to the SVOs and the turbo coupes and all
Right.
that.
And the
where
turbo's on the
it's
exhaust
on
manifold.
right there on the
But
side.
But no,
And
it's
I'm like,
over on
no,
the other
it's
side.
over
Yeah,
here.
you have to look. It's strange.
But yeah, so
But anyway.
I was happy you were able to hear
Yeah,
that.
me too.
And the
That-
fact
me
that
too.
literally, and when you pulled up, me and Dan had, like, we hadn't started.
We were
Like,
just- we
those
just
first
got
cranks,
everything
as
ready.
you were getting out of the
Right.
car,
We were just
that was
priming the
the
fuel
first
system.
literal
Right. Yeah.
cranks that has had done. And then, like, the choke isn't hooked up and all that, so that starting the first time as
That's
you
cold.
were walking
Yeah.
up, that's the first time that thing has
Awesome.
ran in
That was awesome.
months.
6,
Yeah.
7 months,
Plus.
something like that, 8
Plus.
months.
And that, so and I was like, oh, no. So I'm like, okay, we come on, like at least just run for like 10 seconds. Like he needs to hear this. He needs to hear this. So
And on that bombshell.
And on that bombshell, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us.
See you in
We
2
have been
weeks.
Pints and Pistons. We will see you hopefully in 2 weeks.
I won't be here.
Sorry, it's been a.
Sorry.
It has been a trying time, so our schedule's been
because
a
of
little
Dan.
goofy.
Because of Dan. It's all been
Not just because of Dan. It was my fault.
No,
too.
listen, we had it scheduled
Yours was planned. Dan bailed on us last
You
minute.
did. Literally 2 hours before we
Dan.
were supposed to go on the air, you.
You're
Sorry,
going,
anyway.
Dan.
It was my sister.
And that would have basically left a
We
cripple
still,
and midget
we
show.
still love you. We still love you. But
This
still,
time, though,
I want you to know it was him. It was him.
I've had this. I'm going to a concert. We bought tickets months ago.
It's fine. It's
So,
fine. At least that point
Thank
we
you
can
guys
plan.
for watching. We appreciate you guys tuning in. Make sure you smash that like
Oh,
button.
God.
No, God. Listen, if you subscribe
Hey,
to
do you
us,
remember that
subscribe
time?
to us. No, no.
See you guys in 2 weeks. Have a good night.
Bye.